What's up, fellow lords of gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Marvel Future Revolution, where we jump into the Omega Season Pass. Yes, let's take a look at that sucker because it is up again. And to be honest with you, the same as usual, to be perfectly honest. You know, if you purchase the premium pass for $9, Jane Foster is sitting there for you. 1-star Jane Foster, but it's 10 Jane Fosters nonetheless. There are some other good items inside here. The draw ticket selection box and about, I think it's like 500 or 600 crystals or something like that. Let me see it. Let me double check. 50, 100, 200, 300, 450. 600 crystals. So basically for this you're gonna get it's basically $8.99, so $9 you're getting 600 crystals, and then you're guaranteeing yourself a 6-star God Butcher badge selection box inside here, some seals as well for gore, and some more chances at it. Not to mention you're going to be getting some of the summon tickets as well, which aren't bad, and 10 additional Jane Foster shards, which should help you get it to 2-star. I think it is. Yeah, so you get 20 additional shards. That pairs up with the 10 shards you get over here to, yeah, so not a whole lot, but you should be able to get her to somewhere in between 2 and 3-star. I really think that they need to start looking at these companions, especially with the way they're releasing them, and make the companions just, you know, something that you're getting overall here. Now, the interesting part of this is I'm going to jump over into the daily pass objectives to see what have they changed here. So you can see, I hate this, right? The daily pass, all of a sudden they have the summon companion one time. So you can use your tickets in order to make the summons on the companions. The problem is, why would you do that? You know what I mean? Like, for real, why? Like, I don't want to summon a companion. I don't know why they don't remove this. Like, why was it added inside here? This needs to be removed. The season pass objectives pretty much remain the same. Complete the stages all the way up to the top and you'll get those. Now, since we're already here talking about Thor Jane Foster, we'll jump into taking a look at that companion. Now, there are going to be a number of different ways that you could obtain more Thor Jane Foster companion shards. Specifically, the premium will, if you're lucky enough to roll over here, you might have the ability to get some of these Thor Jane Foster shards as well. I don't think there's any other way in the events other than to basically make summons on those events. So basically you can see here for 10 summons, if you summon on the companion 10 times, so 110 roll, you'll get 10 shards. Unfortunately, the next one's going to be the mighty token boxes and stuff like that or whatever. So you can get the companions there, and you can go to the 4-star special companion fully at the end. yeah. So that's going to be ways that you can get Thor Jane Foster. So let's take a look at the companion overall. Excuse me. So we've got Thor Jane Foster. Let's take a look at her skills down here. So she's a 1-star right now for me. We basically got her giving shock damage decrease. This is a terrible collection stat because how many targets are actually doing shock damage to you? This is terrible, right? Because that's the collection stat that you're looking. So it doesn't really make the character all that worth to get it. Now, I will say that the character model looks pretty decent, looks pretty good, if not a little slim. Natalie Portman's character is looking a little jacked inside that movie, so I would have liked to see her look a little bit thicker inside here. But I would have to give them kudos and credits that, you know, this is definitely a really good looking costume overall for the character. You can even take a look at Mjolnir here, and while you can't necessarily see it so much, it's a little weird that they've made Mjolnir so small. But if you look close enough at the hammer, you can also see that it's got the cracks and the purple, almost vibranium-ish look coming out of it. So that's pretty decent overall as well. Now, let's take a look at her skills overall, because we already determined that the collection stat ain't really that much worth it. But we can see Thunder's Fury, and we see when transferring companion skills, increase companion skill damage by 30% up to 250%. She stacks shock when the skill lands, decreases attack by 30% for 8 seconds upon reaching max stacks. Anytime I see max stacks inside this game, I immediately just go whatever and move right along. Probably won't change anytime soon. And then her guard break is the lowest, unleashes thunder upon enemies to deal 641% damage, which then spreads to nearby enemies. Damage is amplified each time it spreads. not really exactly liking this, and they give you a number of places. So basically she's a PvE companion for you, and you're basically going to try to determine whether or not she's a better PvE companion than the likes of Baron Mordo, the likes of Nick Fury, the likes of so many other characters that I don't think that she's going to exactly topple out at, but she might be fun to have inside there. She's definitely not going to, you know, take out anybody like Hulk or, you know, America Chavez per se, but she could have some utility for you if you just want to see that electric damage go off. Not exactly something I'm, you know, like, I gotta have that character overall. So it is what it is. If you want her, go for her, but it's not going to be my thing. She's listed inside the Marvel Mall, and she is definitely the draw celebration inside here. So if you go inside the companion, you can look at the chance up for the character. Like I said, it's not necessarily that she's a bad character, but when you're starting to measure whether or not you're using crystals, whether or not you're using summoning tickets, you're really starting to think about whether or not this character is going to add any innate value to you. I'm not saying that, like, if you're a whale, then you're just going to go ahead and whale out and get her. So I'm not really speaking to you. I'm speaking to the players that are looking to spend their money frugally, and those who are on a free-to-play budget as well. So overall, I'd skip out on Thor Jane Foster companion. I don't see her impacting the game in any mighty sort of way. If you get what I did there. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. That's everything going on inside the Omega Season Pass, and let me know what you think about the event so far. By the way, so many of you guys watching the videos, right? Go down on the bottom, hit that like button at the very least, and hit the subscribe button. Every time you subscribe, it helps out the algorithm. It helps me continue to bring you more content, especially for other games. Until next time, guys, peace.